What's going on, everybody? Today is February 3rd, and it's the Shaw and Steele Show. Steele Chambers, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic on this Tuesday morning. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Other than you messing up my night last night on Twitter.
What do you mean by that?
So, I had a great day, worked out, did a bunch of things. I come back trying to unwind. Get on Twitter, and I see you hating on the Trojans, saying we're going to go 8-4. So I fire back and say, well, okay, we're going to go 8-4, but I guarantee we beat you guys October 31st. And next thing you know, why are you making that face?
You said we are going to go 8-4, but we're going to beat Ohio
No, I
State.
said, okay. If we go 8-4, but I'm still, even if we go 8-4, I'm guaranteeing we beat Ohio State. That's what I said. October 31st.
Really?
That's what I said on Twitter.
So in your little tweet, you said, okay, even if we go 8-4,
No, I
we'll
said
beat
I
Ohio State.
guarantee. I said it doesn't matter if I said that.
That's your first mistake. You said guaranteed. You guaranteed
I'm not a player
that
anymore.
the USC Trojans are going to beat the Buckeyes.
Yes, October 31st. Anyway, so I put that out there. And next thing you know, all those Ohio State haters pick it up. It goes on every freaking outlet pretty much thanks to you. And now I'm dealing with all those Ohio State fans again. So, Steele, that's how you messed up my night last night.
I did nothing but just speak the facts.
Okay, and I did nothing but speak the facts too.
Yeah, but you weren't as eloquent as me the way you were saying it. You're a lot more brass. Like you get angry, you get brassful.
No, because I'm a straight shooter. I don't
be elegant with the way you're doing it. When you're straight shooting, it messed up. Because by what you're telling me, you had hundreds of people commented on you. I've got nothing.
That's
I got no one telling me
I'm a straight shooter. But anyway, Steele, for the reasons I said, I think, we got obviously months to go. But if everybody stays healthy, everybody develops, I think our D-line is going to be too much for that Ohio State offensive line to handle. I really do, and I think our offense is going to be fine. So I'm still sticking by that. I guarantee we beat Ohio State October 31st.
Like, that's the most ridiculously biased statement I've ever heard. It makes no sense.
And if we want to go a step further, if I was a recruit coming out of high school these days, I was at Ohio State and I was at USC. There's no reason why I would go to Ohio State over USC. It's pretty much better in every single department in this day and age.
Explain.
Okay, the facilities are better. The school, yes, they are. Still, you got to do your research. You live in a bubble.
I was there. I went in.
They just built a brand new one. You don't even know that. They just built a brand new one. That wasn't there when you visited.
I haven't seen it. I don't believe. I think you pulled a fast moment.
It's the best one in the country. So the facilities are better. The school's better. The money's better.
No. Actually, no.
Yes.
No, I believe we're the second most valued brand in all of college football. You guys, I don't even know if you better. So go to the next one because that doesn't.
This is the only thing. So facilities, school better. The market's better. You're in Los Angeles. And
I would actually disagree. There's a bunch of Fortune 500 companies over in Columbus. Continue.
Steele Chambers, are you out of your mind?
Nope, I'm in my mind right now, buddy.
Okay. All right, so you're saying Columbus is a bit bigger market than Ohio or than Los Angeles. So
because you guys got too much stuff going on out there.
Columbus is a bigger market.
All that's in Columbus is football. You guys got all this actors. You got NBA teams.
Okay.
They have football, college football. That's it. Continue.
Okay, so they're not. So you just said they're not a bigger market. There's more opportunities.
Columbus is the bigger college football market. Yes.
The weather's nicer. There's more stuff to do. It's just better across the board. The only thing Ohio State's got is Coach Mick Marotti and that strength staff.
Okay, well, here's the biggest question: who's got the better football team?
Okay, recently Ohio State, but if you look at the history, USC is probably better. If you look at
we talked about this on Twitter. I'm done with the whole past.
Okay,
no, we're talking about recently. All you guys had was Bush and Liner.
Okay, they got the number one recruiting class coming in. They got so they got a better recruiting class than Ohio State got. They got a better recruiting class than Ohio State's got. The times are changing, Steele, and it's so clear as day. Ohio State, they had their time. They are great. They've been phenomenal. They're on the downtrend. USC's on the uptrend. So we'll see. We don't have to talk about –
You're just saying this. There's nothing – if anything, you're on the downtrend. You guys almost got to the playoffs whenever it was 4 teams. Now you guys can't even make a 12-team playoff.
Still,
that's down. The arrow's going down.
We were not Steele, we were 9-3 last year, and we should have beat. And the 2 games we lost, one was on a last-second field goal to Illinois, and Oregon was a close game. If we win one of those, we're in the 12-team playoff.
But you didn't win one of those. You lost both of them. One of them to Illinois. So no, I'm not hearing this. You guys are on the uptrend. No,
Ohio State didn't play anybody last year. Ohio State didn't. They played Texas at the beginning of the season. Texas was horrible at the beginning of the season against everybody they played. And Michigan was their best team. USC, they came to USC and got smacked. So, Ohio State didn't play nobody. And then when they played Indiana, they put up 10 points and they lost. So
it was a 3-point game that gets the national championships. You guys lost to Illinois. I'm not hearing this conversation. You are so blinded by.
No, I'm not, though. I'm not, though. It's Ohio State. No, I'm not. It's the Ohio State.
You are.
All the Ohio State fan bases. When I said at the week 1 at the beginning of the season, before week 1, I said Mekhi Lemon was going to be one of the best wide receivers in the country. I said Mekhi Lemon and Jacoby Lane were going to be one of the best duos in the country. I had the same thing on my phone. All Ohio State fans hopping on there saying I'm an idiot, saying this. And guess what? Mekhi Lemon won the Blitnikoff, and Jacoby Lane left early to go to the Senior Bowl. He's going to get drafted. He's one of the best wide receivers in the country.
We're not talking about individual players here. We're talking about entire teams.
No, it's Ohio State. The fans, they're so – and, of course, good. They got some good fans, but it's so delusional. They live in a bubble over there. They don't know what's going on with other teams. They don't know what's going on with anything else. They just think Ohio State, Ohio State, Ohio State, Ohio State. That's fine, but I'm telling you, man, the time's changing. Time's changing.
Just no. There's no truth to what you're saying whatsoever.
Okay. Time will tell. Time will tell, but time will tell. But let's move on.
Time's already told, dude. You guys aren't one of the top teams anymore.
All right. Time will tell, Steele.
All right, man.
Let's just talk about your favorite offseason workout at Ohio State, Steele.
No, again, you start. I'm curious to see if it's going to be at Ohio State or USC.
Well, the hardest workout I ever did was at USC. But okay. Well, you're not going to understand it, and you're just.
I'm sitting back listening. I'm not going to say a word.
Okay. So we get in about 5:15. We run from our facility to the Coliseum. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We run from our facility to the Coliseum, which is about 2.5 miles. You got a time limit. You got to make it there. So you get to the Coliseum, and the first thing you do is there's a ramp. The ramp would come down. Be like the same thing. If you had a sprint from the bottom of the end zone, the goal line, all the way up Ohio State's ramp to that gate, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's a little bit longer. I think it was 250 yards, and it's pretty steep. So we had to do that. I think it was, 4 quarters into overtime, which was brutal. Then after that, we had to run the whole stadium, which was terrible. Calves were dead. Then you run back to the facility, and you have basically the same version of mat drills, and then you have a finisher at the end. So that was the toughest one. But the hardest individual workouts I ever did was the box sleds at Ohio State and then the bike races at Ohio State.
Dude, Coach Mick had about 40+ people throwing up every single time.
Yeah, those were the hardest. Those were the hardest things I ever did.
But dude, the hardest workout I went through, it wasn't even a team workout or anything.
What was it?
So you remember senior year how me and Cade and Tommy went on that cruise?
Yeah, Buckeye Cruise.
Yeah, so we went on the Buckeye Cruise. That was right before spring ball. So we had to miss a couple workouts in order to go on it. And Coach Mick, he's not going to let you skip any workouts. So he said, you know what? How about you guys come in, you make up 2 workouts in one day, boom, bam, get it over with. Me, Cade said, oh, yeah, hell yeah, we'll do it. Right. So it's just me and him. Starts at about 8 o'clock. We're on the field for about an hour and a half, nothing but sprints, agility ladders, just a bunch of stuff that Cade hates. He likes going forward. He's like the juggernaut.
Yeah.
And that got our legs pretty dead. After that, we go into the weight room. We start off with, I believe, squat. We only went up to 405 or so that wasn't bad. But it's the end of winter, so it's beat your best time. So you got to beat your best in everything. We start off with deadlifts. Got up to 700, as many as you can. Almost start bleeding from my nose. That sucked. Went through a bunch of other lower body workouts. And then it got nasty once we got to upper body. Because it's just me and Cade and Coach Mick. It's the 3 of us in this big weight room. Yeah. And we're doing everything, beat your best, as many as you can do. Pull-ups, push-ups, up single arm row, every sort of row you can think of. and it's just Coach Mick sitting there screaming at you, "You can go harder. Go let that farmer outlift you." I said, "No, coach." So I'm doing my best. It's a one-on-one with me and Cade. That goes on for like another 3 hours or so. And you know how like there's that little window into the training room?
Yeah.
They're getting a crowd because they're asking, why are we still in there? We've been working out since 8 o'clock. It's 12 now.
Yeah, for hours.
Yeah, so we're absolutely gassed, and we got to take our progress pictures to see like how our bodies have changed throughout the offseason. Yeah. I'm over in the corner throwing up. Coach Mick is screaming at me to come over, take the picture. I hobble over there. I can't even flex because my body just won't let me, but I still feel pretty rocked up. I'm looking absolutely studded.
Oh, yeah.
Throw up out the corner of my mouth. Take the picture. Go in the locker room. We just crash on the ground. Can't drink a protein shake because I'll throw it back up. And realize like we're about to be over like St. Bart's Island in a couple of days. So it was worth it.
It was worth it. Yeah, Steele, you bring up man, Coach Mick. That's Circuit City. Remember Circuit City?
It wasn't Coach Mick wasn't even the problem with Circuit City. It was
that's what I'm saying. Like Circuit City was ass.
It was Coach Parker.
Coach KP with the manual side raises.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he would kill you.
How do I? So for people that have not gone through this workout, a lot of it is you're usually like competing against someone one-on-one, and you go until like someone drops the weight, can't go anymore. Yeah. And it's kind of based off your body weight. So if you're 230, you'll probably go like 25, 30 pounds. A DB will go like 20. Yeah. And you're sitting across from the other guy, and you were just doing this with the weight for literally 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I can't think of how many reps it is because you lose count. But
and then once you're done, Coach KP comes in, puts his hands on your wrist, and you got manual, and he's screaming at you like calling you all, you better get your arms up.
Yeah. So once you're done, you're burnt out. No, you're not, because now you've got a 380-pound walrus leaning on your back with his arms against your arms, forcefully pushing them down, and you've got to just resist against him, and he'll just go until like you want to cry.
Yeah, and then you had the Valentine's Day lifts.
I like those though. That's whenever it was like Team Up North, but it was all biceps.
Yeah, and with the motorcycle, remember he brought in the motorcycles?
They stopped doing that.
They did?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, like the Valentine's Day workout was like still hard, but I think our sophomore year was the last time they ever did the bikes and everything.
Motorcycles, yeah. They put in the jackets and stuff and come rolling in there. Mat drills. Man, I tell you what, those off-season workouts, they're hard, but that's definitely probably the most enjoyable time.
It is, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's definitely the most enjoyable time because you're grinding. Like this is when you're putting in the real work. It's hard. You know, that's when you're bonding with your brothers, and then you get, some free time after that. And it's just Coach Mick, he's got that off-season program. Coach Wiley, you met Coach Wiley. These guys do a great job with these off-season programs. Steele, okay, I got another question for you. Mm-hmm. I'll start it off. So the question is, what is your expectation, or what do you expect Ohio State to achieve this offseason? So for me, like for USC, with them being a young class, like a young recruiting class, I expect them to grow up very, very fast and take care of the little things, like just being accountable, disciplined, and just maturing as quickly as possible. I think if the older guys can develop into, kind of alpha leaders, and the young guys can grow up and be a little bit older mentally than their age, that would be a good offseason. So that's mine for USC. What do you think would be for Ohio State?
National championship. I think on offense, it's going to be mostly older guys who have been through the system. Well, technically a different system with Arthur Smith, but they've been a part of this offense. You plug in Arthur Smith and all of his schemes. I just hope that they get that and they understand it quick, and they're able to kind of get things like going early on. Defense, it's going to be Matt Patricia's scheme, but now it's a bunch of kind of plug and play guys. Yeah. People they picked up in the portal. So I'm just hoping that they kind of catch on to it fast. So I'm not worried about the talent. It's more, can they get indicted into the scheme fast enough where like they're jump started beginning of the season, they're almost in mid-season form.
So this offseason, you want them nailing down
in the playbooks. Okay, I want them in the playbooks.
All right, perfect. Okay, perfect, man. Man, this is going to be a good season. I'm ready for the season to roll around. The competitive juices are high. I'm ready to get rolling. Now I'm in a good mood again. There you go.
Now you're smiling.
Talking about the off-season workouts and all that, thinking about being with my brothers, those were good times.
It's fun, man, because like the workouts, they were hard, but I mean, you're out of the facility like 8:30, 9 if you have a 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And then you got your classes, and depending on how you schedule them, by 2 o'clock, you're free.
You just brought up a good point. Best lift time, 6, 8, or 10?
7. They changed it.
Oh, they did? They changed yours?
Yeah. God, what were the 3 times?
You want to know the USC ones?
What?
It was 6 a.m. or 2:30.
That's stupid.
Horrible timing. And I was they put the older guys in the 2:30. The day was done. The day was cooked.
No, they changed it to 7, 9, and 11, which worked out if you were a part of that 7 group. I thought 7 was the picture perfect time to work out. If you got put in that, or it was like either 10 or 11, I hate that. I cannot work out that late in the day.
Yeah, no, I thought 8 o'clock was good. Not too early, but just right. Plus the 6 o'clock. The problem with the 6 o'clock is it was not that this is a terrible thing, but it was mostly young guys. So if you have if you're doing team up north at Ohio State and they start messing it up, you just keep restarting.
I mean, but it got to the point where even if no one's messing up, he's just going to make something up.
That is true.
He'll just make something up. And then right after he calls it out, he'll start laughing over in the corner because he knows he's bullshitting. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny as a young guy. It's like those workouts.
They piss you off.
And obviously you take them super serious as an older guy too, but it's like your perspective's different.
Oh, yeah.
Like as a freshman, you're like, oh, like you're just stressed out kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But as an older guy, you know exactly what.
I would think it's hilarious.
It's so funny.
We're doing crunches. He's saying so and so's not doing them good enough. Start over, and I start dying laughing because I'm right next to the dude and he's doing just fine.
And then the other guys are screaming, come on, guy,
dude, we're fine. He's just trying to test us. We're okay.
Exactly.
There are times where he does call someone out and they are struggling, and then you got to get on them. But 8 times out of 10, he's just making it up. He want to kind of test our mental toughness.
No, 1,000%. Okay, Steele, any more stories?
I mean, goodness, if you ask me, I probably got some.
Spring ball.
Okay, yeah. So we'll do this in quadrants. That all right there, that kind of encapsulates winter workouts along with mat drills.
Right.
That's a whole different story. Spring ball, I like spring ball a lot. I grew to love spring ball.
I never found the love for spring ball, man.
I enjoyed it once I made that change to linebacker and Knowles got there.
Yeah.
Because he just wanted us to kind of dive into the playbook, and it was just mostly team. And I don't like individual drills, half line. I like team where you're just playing.
Yeah, I like team too.
And that's what kind of spring ball turned into our last couple years. So that it was just fun. It was like a scrimmage the whole time.
Yeah, definitely the best part about spring ball is the team periods and stuff because they're super competitive because you're not getting ready to play another opponent. So you're just going against your number one offense, number one defense. It's good on good. The young guys are getting out there. There's a lot more reps for kids. So as a starter, you go out there, good on good, and then you see some of the young freshmen making plays. So that part of spring ball I did really enjoy. But I would say I just liked it a little bit more at Ohio State than USC because, again, the schedule at USC, it was kind of tough. It'd be either right in the middle of the day or in the evening. So it was just kind of eating up the whole day. Whereas Ohio State, I felt like the schedule was more efficient in the spring.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the exact same thing as winter workouts. They just have it in the morning, then you have the rest of your day, kind of just classes and then free time with the bros.
Exactly. Is there a spring ball? What about spring games? Did you like spring games?
I could care less for spring games.
Yeah, spring games, they're at Ohio State, they're legit because it was packed out.
It packed out, but I mean, throughout all of spring ball, you're working your entire playbook, and then once you get to the spring game, you only have 3 or 4 plays.
I know. Well, you're seeing now, spring games are kind of dying, I feel like. A couple teams canceled them last year. Did Ohio State have a spring game last year? They had a spring game, right?
Yeah, I mean, the starters are in there. It's virtually an extra practice for young guys. The starters go out there for maybe a couple drives, 2 or 3 drives, and then they're out. then it just becomes young guys rotating in the entire game.
Yeah, which is fun because as an older guy, you get to support them. You get to support them.
First of all, it's another time to go in the shoe for us. I always love going in the shoe, and you kind of get like the feel of the game day atmosphere that you've been craving for 4 or 5 months at that point. Right. And then you just get to see your dudes that like have been growing throughout the entire spring process go out there and kind of show off. So yeah, it's fun, but I kind of see why it's dying.
Yeah, no, it's just especially that spring game because as you said, they can't. It's like you're losing a practice almost. You're losing a chance to actually get better as a team because you can't show the stuff you're running because that's another advantage for your opponents in the regular season. So I think these teams just want to keep practicing and getting better at their craft.
Yeah, and then if you got like a fan base who's not going to show out 50,000 or so, then what's the point? Because that's what that's what gets me out of bed on that Saturday morning. There's at least going to be a bunch of people there. It's going to feel like a game day, and if there aren't a bunch of people, then it just feels like another practice that we could be doing at the facility. Why make it this whole grandiose thing?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you, springtime out here, there's about 5,000 people in the stands.
Really? It's like we talked about this earlier.
There's like about 5,000 people in the stands.
5,000, that's cute.
But they didn't do it last year. You
didn't do a spring game last year?
No, I don't think so.
Interesting.
They definitely canceled it.
Interesting.
They just had it for family and friends. They would do a couple of those at Ohio State, wouldn't they? When they just bring in family that was camp. Wasn't there a couple practices where they just bring in family and friends and stuff? Was that camp? Or am I completely making that up?
Are you talking about Thursdays during the season?
No, not during the season. These were like competitive practices, either in the spring where they would have
in the spring, that's whenever it's like Student Appreciation Day, and they'll have thousands of students in the Woody.
That was fun. Student Appreciation Day was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You have a couple fans here and there.
I befriended a bunch of dogs every single time they showed up. Every single year I found a dog, and I would just hang out with them after practice. It was beautiful.
Did you ever bring Maverick to the facility?
Twice.
Did Mick see him?
No. I remember the last time I brought him, he was running around peeing everywhere. That was during his rebellious phase. He was running around peeing everywhere, and Taraja was in there working out, and he was getting pissed because he's not.
Was he getting mad?
He's not a dog guy. I might be making it up, but I specifically remember seeing his face. Like
he probably was. I
was like, I shouldn't be doing this. So that brought him back home.
You're lucky Mick didn't see that.
It could be. There's been dogs all over that place.
That is true. All right, Steele, what else? I think we should save the Super Bowl for Thursday.
Yeah, save it for Thursday. God, that's the spring, so on to the summer.
We can get into the summer if you want.
Yeah, might as well just go through all three phases.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
End of spring ball. God, what time is it? Like late April?
Yeah, late April.
Late April. After a spring game, you'll have a week or two where you kind of.
That's the best time. That's the best time.
Yeah, because it's optional workouts.
Yeah,
it is actually optional workouts. 99% of the time, an optional workout is not actually optional.
Right.
But during this period, it is optional. You can come in, you can do your workouts whenever you want, but like this time is to focus on finals. And then once your finals are done, if you can schedule it where it's kind of like front heavy and you're done within 3 or 4 days, you can go.
Yeah.
And you're off for how long is it? Like 2 weeks, 10 days or something?
Yeah, it was like a good solid 2 weeks.
Yeah, so you're off for like 2 weeks. You come back sometime in May. They kind of temper it down a little bit just to kind of get you back in the swing of things. And then it's on to summer workouts. Mm-hmm. And this isn't like the winter where you're just in the weight room, just lifting weight 24/7. This is kind of these hybrid workouts where you're still lifting, but it's also a bunch of agility stuff outside. You're starting to do can works with little basketballs. We're kind of like just running through plays and just doing stuff that kind of you'll see like pay off during the season.
Right.
Like getting your fundamentals down with the plays outside, of course, still doing sprints, and then doing a little bit of stuff inside with all the weightlifting.
No, 1,000%. And they, like I said, that break after spring ball to the first summer workout, that's the best break because it's also the longest time you get away. And that's the longest time you get away. And then when you come back, summer in Columbus was beautiful. Summer in Columbus is a good.
I believe summer in the Midwest, especially Columbus, is the best in the entire country.
Yeah,
because you're so close to the line, whatever, where like it becomes an hour back. Yeah, the time zone.
It gets dark at like 10 o'clock.
Dude, it's sunny until like 9:30, 9:45.
I know, it's insane. Summertime in Columbus is really fun.
It's beautiful.
And as you said, the team runs. A lot of team runs. They got it's not the 6, 8, and 10. It's the whole squad's coming in, doing conditioning together, doing your position work together. That's when you really, really, really start fine-tuning everything in the summer and getting ready for war. But winters just beat you down brutal. Summer, I feel like it's still brutal, but it's kind of more position and unit specific.
More like team-oriented stuff where like you see that you're actually like a football player now.
Exactly.
In the winter, seems like you're a bodybuilder.
Yeah, 1,000%. 1,000%.
But I will say, God, those team runs, like they were hard whenever we were younger and got easier as we grew up. But it's so hard, like having a 6 a.m. workout. You get done, and then you just kind of sit around waiting for the 4:30 team run right in the dead of summer.
Yeah. And it's hot as hell out there.
Because my body, like once I go through a hard workout and like my body like doesn't do anything for 30 minutes, it shuts down. So telling it to ramp back up like in 4 or 5 hours, like you got to go do it all over again. I did not enjoy that.
No, yeah, that was pretty brutal. How about the conditioning test? I remember our freshman year conditioning test. Somebody like passed out.
You talking about the 53s or half gassers?
Yeah, 53s. No, the half 53s. So you remember somebody? I don't want to misspeak. I feel like I know who
it was. A DB because I remember seeing out of the corner of my eye. It looked like someone got gunned down.
Was it a DB or a D lineman?
It was a DB because I remember I had the D lineman, O lineman to my right, DBs and wide receivers to my left, and it was to my left. I saw him get shot.
Man, there's only a couple names. This is our freshman year?
No, I might be thinking sophomore year. I remember freshman year, it was BB that went down bad.
BB, yes, BB. That's who I'm thinking about.
Yeah, he cramped up bad.
BB was a hell of a football player.
He was like a hippo.
Yeah, he was quick in there, dude. He was a good player, but that was bad. That was bad.
Were you there for the one at the shoe?
No, I heard that was bad though.
There was one at the shoe where we're like 1 or 2 reps away from finishing, and this DB, God, who was it? He goes to Tennessee now. Oh my, Andre Tarrantine. Andre Tarrantine. Goodness gracious, we're like a couple reps away, and all the runs are timed. So if you don't cross the line in the amount of time you're given, we'll just start over.
Yeah. And
he didn't cross in the amount of time. Coach Mick says start over, and he decides to talk back.
No.
And yeah, he talks back. Naturally, Coach Mick, he says, all right, you know what? We're warming up again. So we warm up. We go through the whole thing again. You got a bunch of guys going after Andre, specifically Taraja again. And it was bad.
Oh God, I can visualize it perfect, especially with Taraja. You know how Taraja would get.
And this is Captain Taraja too. This is whenever he was on it. He was on top of the world.
Yeah, he was a beast. Taraja
he just knew how to hit people.
Yeah, that happened to us one time. We had I forget it was like 100s or 200s, whatever. And we had a certain amount. It was a lot. And we got down to the last 2 reps. And one of our defensive linemen started talking back, and they made us restart the whole thing, which was terrible. And it's pretty hectic.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, was it wind?
I don't know. It sounds like a flying saucer. Okay, it's gone.
No, it's not. It's back. I can hear it.
It's in the distance, though.
Everything all right down there in Georgia?
Yeah, everything's all right. Do you think I'm handsome?
All right, so what are we
No.
doing?
No. This is legit. Oh, I was on Bobby's show and had someone comment that I was handsome, and I said I was serviceable, and I think that stands true.
Steele, I'm not about to get into if you're handsome or not, man.
I think I'm a good 7 out of 10.
What do you want me to inflate your confidence?
I want you to knock me down a couple notches. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
I don't want to get into it, but 7 out of 10 is being a little hard on yourself, man.
Oh, stop it, dude.
All right, this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. I mean, I don't ever get those, so I don't ever get those.
Come on, dude. Hey, look at me.
All right. I'm ending this.
Hey, you're a catch. You're a catch.
All right, that's enough.
You're a catch and a half.
That's enough. Okay, Steele. Let's call it there. If you're good with that, we'll come back on Thursday, talk about the Super Bowl and everything.
Sound good?
Unless you want to, real quick, because I enjoy talking to you. Just one sentence about the Pro Bowl being flag football and everything tonight.
One sentence for the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. No, for the Pro Bowl tonight. It's flag football. Like, just how do you feel about that?
The Pro Bowl's tonight?
Yeah, it's flag football. I think it's tonight.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I think it. Let me double check. I think it's tonight.
Why even do the Pro Bowl anymore?
7-on-7 flag football, 8 p.m. tonight.
What does it mean to be a Pro Bowler anymore? Because again, I love Justin, but I saw he got an invitation.
Yeah, he turned it down. Well, Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler. Didn't you send me that?
Yes, trust me, that's ridiculous. But Justin Fields being a Pro Bowler, this is just all stats. I love the dude.
Yeah. Based
off his stats, that makes 0 sense whatsoever.
But you know what, Justin Fields, and I'm not surprised knowing him, he declined it because he wouldn't do something if he didn't feel like he deserved it. That's the type of guy he is.
He's got all. I hope either a team sticks with him or he gets put on another team and he gets a legit chance because he's got all the talent in the world.
And he's a great guy.
I guarantee you right now it's all in his head because there's no way what he did in college should not translate at least a little bit to the league.
It's all about the situation. Like being a quarterback in the NFL, I feel like it's all about the situation you're in. I mean, when he's with Pittsburgh, horrible situation. With the Jets, horrible situation. Where was he before Pittsburgh?
Well, I thought the Jets was going to be his home. I mean, of course, I didn't know too much about the coaching, but you had Josh Myers as your center, from college. Garrett Wilson out wide. That was your number one dude. I thought, okay, this is it. And it just didn't pan out.
And then after that first game, do you remember the first game of the season when they played against the Steelers? He went insane. He had 100 yards rushing, 300 yards passing. But he's as talented as it gets. He's, physically, he's exactly what you want. And then mentally, he's a good dude, man. He's a good leader. He's a good guy. I'm pulling for him big time. People always ask me, what quarterback that I enjoy being around the most. And I always say, I love CJ and Caleb. I've respected Caleb to the highest levels as a competitor. But I always say Fields was the coolest one we've been around.
I love CJ, man.
I know. I love CJ too.
I love CJ.
They're good. They're all good. They're all good. But yeah, I don't know how do we get to Justin? What were we just talking about?
Pro Bowl. Yeah, Pro Bowl. Yeah, back to the Pro Bowl. I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either at all.
I say it's just an award you get. I don't know why you need to have these games.
Yeah, all Pro Bowl. I'm with you. If you're not going to be out there hitting like Sean Taylor was back in the day, then don't have it.
But congrats, these guys are Pro Bowl NFL players. That's awesome.
Oh no, that is yeah. We're not.
No,
we're not. But yeah, so you got to respect these guys for sure. All right, brother. Thursday Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so